Prince Harry's actions here was truly unexpected. Prince Harry appeared on a famous late-night television show. He came to talk about his new memoir and his life after leaving the royal family. The event took place in a busy studio with 300 people in the audience. The bright lights and many cameras made the set look very lively. Every eye in the room was fixed on him as he took his seat. Prince Harry is known for his royal background and his struggles with public opinion. He left the royal family in 2020 to start a new life. He wrote a memoir called Spare that tells his personal story. He has agreed to many interviews since his departure. His every word is watched by millions of people around the world. The show was hosted by a famous presenter who is known for his quick wit. He had hosted many similar programs and always looked for surprising moments. On this day, the mood was upbeat and full of anticipation. The host spoke with a friendly tone as he asked questions about Prince Harry's life. The conversation was expected to be both light and entertaining. Among the guests was a well-known actress named Kate Winslet. She has won an Oscar and is loved by many fans. Kate Winslet is known for her straightforward manner when she speaks. She sat close to Prince Harry on the stage so that everyone could see her expressions clearly. Her presence added a new spark to the conversation. The talk show began with a calm discussion about Prince Harry's book and his new projects. He shared stories about his struggles with the media and the challenges of a life in the spotlight. His voice was soft, and he tried to smile as he recalled past events. The host asked thoughtful questions that made the audience think. For a while, the conversation went on in a friendly and relaxed way. Then the mood changed when Kate Winslet asked a very sharp question. She looked directly at Prince Harry and asked why he still used the title Prince Harry. She questioned if he had renounced the royal title when he left the family. Her question came like a strong wind that blew away the calm of the discussion. The entire studio fell silent as her words echoed in the room. Prince Harry looked very surprised by the question that was posed. He tried to answer by saying he was still a prince by birth. He offered a nervous chuckle as he gave his response. His answer did not ease the tension in the room. Instead, the atmosphere grew heavy with emotion and uncertainty. The tension between the guests became like a storm that could not be stopped. Prince Harry's face showed signs of anger, and his hands clenched tightly on the armrest of his chair. The audience could see that he was deeply troubled by the challenge. Every second that passed made the silence grow longer and heavier. Then he made a decision that would shock everyone present. In less than a minute, Prince Harry stood up and left the stage. He muttered that he did not want to deal with the difficult question. His sudden departure caused gasps from the audience. Cameras quickly turned their attention to him as he walked away. The host tried to bring humor to the moment, but his light remark did little to calm the rising storm. Within 5 minutes, video clips of the dramatic walkout were posted online. Social media platforms such as Twitter and Instagram lit up with reactions. Kate Winslet did not intend her question to be a personal attack. She spoke in a tone that was firm and honest. She wanted to ask a question that many people had been thinking about for years. Her question came from a desire to see more truth in the words spoken on the show. Many in the audience felt that her question was a call for accountability that had been long overdue. The host of the show, known for his charm and humor, tried to ease the tension with a light-hearted comment. He hoped that his joke would bring back the friendly mood that had been lost. His attempt was brave, but the conflict had already grown too large. Later, he said that he did not expect such a dramatic turn of events on his show. His words showed that even he was taken aback by the sudden change. Prince Harry's reaction on the show has raised many questions about his true identity. He has spent many years trying to balance his royal heritage with his desire for freedom. His decision to leave the royal family was made in the hope of starting a new chapter in his life. Yet he continues to use a title that connects him with a past he wishes to move away from. This conflict between his personal desires and his inherited identity has been the subject of much debate. The walkout was not just a moment of anger, but a clear signal of inner conflict. Prince Harry's body language showed that he was overwhelmed by the challenge. His clenched jaw and tense posture told a story of a man caught in a difficult struggle. The silence that followed his departure spoke louder than any words could. In that brief moment, the audience saw the deep cost of living in a life that is constantly judged. Critics of Prince Harry say that he has not fully broken away from the royal life. They argue that by using his title, he still benefits from a system that he once promised to leave behind. These critics believe that his actions on the show show a lack of commitment to the new path he wished to pursue. They feel that his reaction on air was a sign of weakness that undermines his credibility. This view is shared by many who expect public figures to take full responsibility for their words and actions. The conversation about the monarchy is not new, but it has reached a new peak after the incident. Public trust in royal institutions has fallen by nearly 15% in recent years, according to some reports. Critics say that the old ways of inherited privilege do not match the values of a modern society. They see events like Prince Harry's walkout as a clear sign that change is needed. Others argue that the royal family still represents a cherished part of history and identity. This divide in public opinion shows that the debate is far from over. The incident on the show has given rise to many strong emotions. Some people feel that Prince Harry has been treated unfairly by the media and the public. They point out that every public figure faces moments of vulnerability and that his reaction was simply human. Others believe that his use of the title undermines his attempts to be seen as an ordinary person. They argue that he should embrace the reality of his past rather than try to escape it. The clash of views has led to lively discussions on television, in newspapers, and on online forums. The reaction of the host was one of controlled surprise and concern. He is known for handling difficult situations with grace and humor. Yet even he admitted later that the evening had turned unexpectedly dramatic. His effort to maintain a relaxed atmosphere showed his skill as a presenter. Still, he could not change the course of events once the tension took hold. His experience on that night serves as a reminder that live television can be unpredictable and raw. This event also forces us to consider the personal toll of fame. Prince Harry has spent most of his life in the public eye, and his every move is recorded. Studies show that celebrities have less than 1 hour of privacy every day because of constant media attention. The pressure to appear composed and confident is enormous. When his emotions showed on air, it was a rare glimpse of the challenges that come with a life in the spotlight. The incident makes us reflect on how difficult it is to live under such scrutiny. The walkout on the show has already become a topic of study for many cultural commentators. They see it as a clear marker of the collision between old traditions and new expectations. The incident has forced people to rethink what it means to hold a royal title in the modern world. It has also raised questions about the burden of legacy that many famous people must bear. This discussion will likely continue for many months as new information and opinions emerge. In the days that followed the show, the internet was filled with debates and discussions. News channels reported that the video had been viewed by over 20 million people in just the first hour. Online forums buzzed with analysis of every gesture and word spoken on stage. Some commentators mentioned that the hashtag number Prince Harry meltdown had reached thousands of posts in less than 24 hours. Others used the hashtag number sign Leave Harry Alone to show support for him. These numbers demonstrate how quickly a single moment can spread through modern media. Just like that, the HLTV Awards of 2025 were supposed to be a grand celebration of esports. The biggest names in gaming had gathered in Belgrade, Serbia, to honor the best players, teams, and moments of the year. Prince Harry had been invited as a guest speaker, a choice that puzzled many from the start. He had no known connection to esports, and while he had spoken about mental health and social issues before, his presence at an event focused on gaming seemed unusual. Still, the organisers hoped he would bring a fresh perspective and perhaps bridge the gap between competitive gaming and larger societal themes. But what followed was one of the most awkward and disastrous speeches in recent memory. As Prince Harry stepped onto the stage, the audience responded with polite applause. The room was filled with top esports players, analysts, commentators, and industry professionals. They expected a short, engaging speech that would acknowledge their achievements and celebrate esports as a thriving and competitive industry. However, within minutes, the atmosphere began to shift. Harry's speech quickly moved away from gaming and esports. Instead of discussing the passion, teamwork, and dedication that drive professional players, he launched into a speech about mental health, military service, and societal disengagement. While these are important topics, they felt completely out of place at an event meant to celebrate esports excellence. Prince Harry abandoned his scripted speech and decided to speak directly from the heart. Unfortunately, this only made things worse. Don't hesitate to comment down your thoughts on this, and while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well.